Coming to you from inside the HAN studios, where it's safer to be than Disney World. Let's take a look at the overnight in this morning newscast. Hi, welcome to the news. I'm Nemesis. Let's get this bull over with.
Tonight, a sharp shift on booster shots from the White House. The New York Times reporting senior health officials are considering an extra dose for at-risk Americans, plus those 65 and older.
I wonder, how many shots are we going to need to beat this moon pie zooming around the air? Now we all need a third shot. So next month will we need another booster shot? You know, because of the Lambda, and do not forget, there's also another one.
As long as the world is not fully vaccinated, this virus will continue to replicate and mutate, and it increases the chances that we will need a regular vaccine series.
Vaccine or not, it does sound like we will be taking a shot, at least once a month. This does not make me feel like this vax is even working. So how are you going to tell what people have had the third booster shot, or a sixth one? This vaccine is starting to sound like the flu shot. And remember guys, the government and medical doctors all said the flu shot was completely useless and pointless. Not good. Not good at all.
This week, independent advisors to the CDC urged federal regulators to move quickly on a decision for a booster, saying people with weakened immune systems have a higher chance of breakthrough infections.
See, here is another problem. People that have weak body systems are getting took out. People that never had heart problems will start getting them. You boost the heart rate and steal from the body's white blood cells, you get a heart attack. What are the real numbers of the people who just had the wild bug and did not have any health issues? Could you please show us numbers of the people getting a summer cold? Or are you all treating summer colds as the wild juice bug? Nothing about what the government and news say have been right. Sounds like a lot of details are on purpose being left out. Feels like a cover-up. Maybe it's Maybelline. More misinformation coming from the White House than anywhere.
While the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines await full FDA approval, the CDC may be working around that. The chief medical officer on the COVID-19 vaccine task force saying they're looking at ways to provide early access to a booster shot. The administration previously saying there wasn't enough evidence for boosters.
The American government is looking into combining two different vaccines and turning them into one. Resident Evil anyone? Here come the zombies. I am glad, a rocket Call of Duty, so I know I am ready. Of course you know I am just playing. I really wish our government would stop using the words task force for everything. Every time they say task force, I think of one of two things. DSP gaming, cause moron, or I think another Unity-made video game. Task force? So dumb. So the same government that is later this week going to tell us we need a third booster shot, is the same government telling us we do not need the booster shot. This is starting to read like the Bible. Say one thing, and then say another.
Nationwide, the numbers keep climbing. The 7-day average for new infections is up more than 50% from last week. In hard-hit Missouri, cases shot up 70% in just 2 weeks. Researchers say the Delta variant is fueling the surge.
The UK variant was the most contagious virus we had ever seen. It took over the entire state in 3 months. The Delta variant did that in 3 weeks.
Some hospitals in the state are treating unvaccinated COVID patients for a second time.
Of course the numbers are up 53%. Have you been on YouTube and watched the countless hours of Disney fanboys drone on for hours about the parks? Mute the audio of Disney World videos, big crowds of people in the background. No mask either. You can see the people walking around Disney World. No mask, going in and out of gift shops. Standing in line, 2 inches away from one another. Nowhere do you see any Disney staff cleaning something. And I watched a lot of Disney stuff. Wow, I have no doubt the numbers are on the rise in Missouri. I was born and raised in Kansas City, the Mo. The end of July to the middle of August we people from Missouri take our vacations. Or at least it seems like it. So I understand them numbers. The Delta buggy did it in 3 weeks. And if this week too, then this week should be mild, but next week should be really bad. Of course I am basing this off what this one news source has said so far. Take that for what it is worth, right? The hospitals are treating people for a second time. You mean you let them go, with no vax shot? Wow. Your fault there. Or is the truth of the matter really, it was a double vax person who has got the wild bug again? Feel like another lie? Anybody else starting to see a pattern of wild and crazy lies in this newscast? Is the news telling the lies? Or is the government feeding the lies to the news? I see on YouTube and Twitter, vax people going full beast mode on non-vax people. What I do not understand is, why start a war that both sides are going to lose? Just seems dumb. Vax or not, none of us are safe right now. Vax don't stop the spread.
Patients who had COVID last year getting reinfected this year.